My name is Carlito Benito. When I was in high school, I was in a punk rock band. Naturally, we broke up. I found our old songbook a couple of years ago and recorded one of the videos, put it on YouTube. The lyrics were cheesy and awful, but people laughed. Now I host a show where people come up and read things from their past. This is When I Was Embarrassing.
This, the Love Machine, Trevor Kent. So, common themes tonight. Teenage angst. Blink 182. Like, discount. I've been told. So yeah, there's like teenage angst, Tom DeLonge,
Wes,
romance, and like then like some pretty awkward like sex stuff. So I know Brent was organized and had like dividers, but I got a leather-bound book. It's a little better. So yeah, teenage angst. So I wrote a poem, and this is like when you run into somebody that's an acquaintance, and you don't really want to talk to them, but you kind of have to just because you know people that know people. So it's called intersect.
So popular.
So an intrusion of space to my distaste, meeting you face to face. Forced conversation slips from our lips, while deep inside our anger rips. Through your blood into my soul, this awkward moment is in control, leading us and breeding us, this creature always needing us. Let go of cliche, let go of taboo. To find a better part of you, don't just stare nor pretend to care. This moment in time is one not fair. It's the leather. It's the leather.
Collaborate. Rapid Trevor.
So if you were here last time, you'll know like I used to be like a skateboarder, kind of a rebel. I did graffiti. I ended up marrying my high school sweetheart, but not after like cheating a bunch of times and then playing just a tip in high school. All that stuff.
Every time.
You said this time you wouldn't be embarrassed, so I wanted to. And I think I mentioned that like I like to party a lot, or like my mouth was dry. My eyes were red all the time. So I have another poem. Like this is common in high school. I think we all got high. If I were a drug. I was probably high when I wrote it. It's messier than the other ones in writing. So, how would I disorient you, or would I? Would I move through your blood to reside in your receptors, mimicking a neurotransmitter, screaming lies to your senses? Would I make you nervous, paranoid, sweaty? Would I just whisper slow lies into your easily persuaded mind? I could conquer your eyes and I could let you look viscous at objects slowly melting in the no longer sensical world that you once called home. I could sharpen, I could dull, I could erase, or I could bring into full view that of which would have never seemed apparent unless I said so.
I like so.
Yes. Sorry if there's anyone that's high here. Shit. Okay, now we're getting into romance, a little bit of romance. A glance at the moon, a thought of the tide, led me to the ocean where your lips met mine, where waves splashed into me. That's just a short little... So that was probably like I met some girl, and now it's like I want to take her pants off. This is the one. So it's like holding you close is more brilliant than the eye-blinding arcs of the sun. Kissing your lips is more powerful than a hurricane winding. You're the one. Breaking a sweat in your bed is me carefree, not minding. Letting go of any hold binding. Giving to you, and receiving the greatest gift. A moment with you, a hold, a kiss. Yeah, who's the dude yelling penis? Okay, now this is the part where like I was reading through this thing and I was like, some of these are all right, and then like other parts I was just like, you know, to me at the time they were like intimate and important and like deeply romantic, but now I look back and I'm like, I was just a horny teenager. Oh, sorry. This one, like, stray dog walking in neon dusk, midnight still hot, humid lust. Foliage greeting our awe-filled eyes, questions fill our mind. This world is an unforgettable find. Can't wait to see the tide rush out, rush in. Can't wait to get rid of this permagrin. Not caring the world, just being myself. There is not a soul to mimic, just lots to love, and we all seem to fit in one way or another. This one's like pretty dirty. If you brought a lady here, like you're probably getting laid tonight. This one I'm really embarrassed to read. I used to have a truck and it had like a bench seat and it had loud exhaust. That's just some background.
Yeah, that's a dirty joke.
Exhaust purrs like her lips. As I work my way down, she needs her pussy stroked.
Are we still talking about a truck here?
How many times?
She comes first on my two fingers in my mouth. And again on my cock. Streetlight midnight romance. It started with a dance, then a kiss, with a sway and an inward thrust of her hips. Bite me hard, harder. We lay naked bleeding, our chest rise and fall in unison. Our breath is hot and visible. Pass me my smokes, bitch, I tease her from I light one, then giving one to her. I smile and rest.
Yeah.